Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. From whatever part of the world you're watching me from, welcome to Efe's Food Kitchen. Welcome into my kitchen, welcome to my food world. In today's video, I'm going to be cooking jollof rice and sharing my recipe with you. I know there are many ways of making jollof rice, many ways, but this is one of the ways that I'm going to be showing you on my channel. More recipes of jollof rice and other types of food will be downloaded each week on my channel. So if there's any particular recipe you want me to show or you want me to cook, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. I would really love to hear your comments. And if this is your first time stopping by, you're most welcome. I welcome you. I throw a salute. You're highly welcome to my channel. But if you're a continuing subscriber, thank you for all your support. Thank you for supporting me on my channel. May God bless you. May God continue to keep you and make his face to shine upon you in Jesus' name. So without further ado, let me show you what I'm going to be using for this recipe. In this bowl I have 1 large onion, 2 red sweet bell peppers. I have 3 garlic cloves. I also have 6 Scotch bonnet or habanero peppers. Then for my meat, chicken leg and thigh. So I have about 8 of those. Goat meat and beef, which I already washed thoroughly. Sunflower oil, but you can use any oil you like. I also have curry powder, salt. I have salt, oregano leaves, dried oregano leaves, lamb seasoning. I know I'm not making lamb, but beef and goat meat is closer to lamb. I couldn't find meat seasoning, so this will do. So this is, at least lamb is a meat, it's a kind of red meat. Then I have dried thyme, Italian seasoning, Badia complete seasoning. I know you guys will have noticed that I use this a lot in my recipes. That's because this is one of my go-to seasonings, because it's like a complete seasoning. If you don't have this, by all means you can also use all-purpose seasoning. That will do as well. Then I have chopped tomatoes. This is tomatoes in a can that's been chopped, so I'm using 6 of this. And then last but not least, I'm using tomato puree. This make is called Gino, but you can use Derica, you can use any make you like. So what I'm going to do now, oh, I forgot the most important, the king of the day, the rice. I'm using rice. So this rice that I'm using is basmati easy cook, but by all means you can use Tortilla, you can use Tilda, you can use anything you like, you know, any type of rice you like. But this is what I'll be using now for this jollof rice. So without further ado, let's get cooking. But first of all, what I'm going to do is wash the I'm gonna wash this first, wash it thoroughly and cut it off, so it will be easy for my blender. Then I'm gonna wash the put the meat on the in the pot and season it with some onions and some spices. So now what I'm doing is washing the red bell pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, onions and garlic. And when I finish washing them, I will then cut them into pieces to make it easy for my blender to blend. So that's what I'm doing now. So you can see now I'm blending my tomatoes, and then when I finish with all the blending, then I can start cooking this jollof rice. Jollof rice is a very delicious meal, but there are a lot of steps that needed to cook it, like the blending of the tomatoes, pepper, onions, garlic, and then you have to boil your meat or fry it if you like. So if you want to fry it, or you put in the oven, and then you have to wash your rice, and then you start cooking. It's a long process, but the end product is worth it. Well worth all the, I will not say stress, all the different steps. It's well worth it. Very well worth it. It's at times like this I wish I had one of those big blenders that can contain everything. But this is okay as well. It's not too small and it's not too big. It's okay. At least I can use it to blend. Even if I have to do it 2 or 3 times, it's better. At least it's better than nothing. It's okay. So now I'm adding the goat meat and the beef into the pot. Then later on I'll add the chicken. So that's the meat that I've added into the pot now. And this is the chicken that I'm adding now. So when I finish adding the meat and the chicken, I'm going to season it with onions and different spices to make it taste nice and delicious and well seasoned. So as you can see, guys, I'm seasoning my chicken and my meat with different spices: curry powder, thyme, dried thyme, Badia complete seasoning, Italian seasoning, salt, just to give it a very good taste. Because I'm going to boil it for a while and then put it in the oven to continue from there. So that's Italian seasoning I'm using. Italian seasoning is very good. I normally use it sometimes when I'm making pasta sauce, like tomato sauce to eat with my pasta. That's thyme, dried thyme. So what I'm doing now, I'm massaging all the seasoning into the meat and the chicken, so it can go inside all the koro, so it can be well seasoned properly. Then I'm going to put that on the fire. Now I've switched on the fire now, and the meat and chicken is going to boil for, I would say, about 30 minutes. Till it starts boiling, and then I'll mix it so all the seasoning that I've put goes to the bottom, and the one at the bottom comes to the top. So everything is well seasoned and combined. So that's what I'm doing now. So the cover goes back on. Next thing I'm going to do is wash my rice. I'm washing my rice now. Washing it to remove all the starch. So I'm now checking on my meat to see how cooked, and as you can see, it's half cooked. So I'm taking it out now. So I'm just giving the meat a good mix now. Then I'll then take it out and put in a tray, oven tray, and put in the oven. So now I'm putting the chicken in the oven tray, and that will go straight into the oven. So now I'm putting the beef and the goat meat into the oven tray, and that's going to go straight into the oven. So now I'm getting ready to make the stew for my jollof rice. So I'm putting in some sunflower oil, or you can use any oil of your choice. Vegetable oil, canola oil, olive oil, coconut oil, any oil of your choice that you want to use. Next, I'm going to put some spices into the oil to spice the oil up. So after adding the tomato puree, I'm going to let that fry for a bit till the as you can see, you see how it's changed. This is what we're looking for. Separated, not, you know, the way it looked when I first put it. No, it looks different now. So now I can put my blended tomato, pepper, onions, and Scotch bonnet pepper with garlic in the oil with the tomato puree and spices. So now I am adding 2 spoons of curry powder and some extra spices so that everything will just cook at the same time and boil together. Next, I am adding the chicken stock, chicken and meat stock. Remember when I boiled the chicken and the meat stock, so I'm adding that as well and stirring it in. And now the lid of the pot goes on, so it's boiling. Now I'm also checking on my chicken. I've now brought out the chicken, and what I'm going to do is put some of the sauce from the partly cooked stew onto the chicken so it can marinate it more with some nice tomato sauce, and then I'll put it back in the oven so everything can be combined, and so that, you know, when it grills, it will not just be dry, it will have some stew on it. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just putting some stew sauce on the chicken to coat it. Remember, I already seasoned the chicken, so it's well seasoned. But now I'm just adding some stew on the top, so it's all, you know, so it's got stew on the top and it's not dry. And now that is going to go back into the oven. I'm going to put that back in the oven now. So next I'm bringing out the goat meat and the beef that was in the oven, and I'm adding some sauce like I did with the chicken. So the meat is going back into the oven to continue grilling. More like, and also so the stew can be combined as well. So that's the rice that I washed earlier. So that is going straight into the sauce. So I'm stirring everything so everything will be the same red color, so that some parts will not be white and some parts will not be red or orange. I don't even know why they call it red. It's not really red, is it? It's like orangey kind of color, but there you go. So I'm turning down the heat now. Now it's back home. We used to call it dodo ikire. So small dodo, small plantain. Yeah, so that's what we're going to use to eat this jollof rice. Because I was going to use my hand, but I just felt it was going to take too long. So I decided to make things easy for myself and use a chopping board. So when you make your own dodo, like small, like cutting it small like I'm doing, how do you cut yours? How do you into how many places do you divide it? Do you divide it into 4 like I'm doing, or 3, or just 2? Please leave your comments below so I can read, so I can see, so we can all compare notes. So now I've put the fried plantain into the hot oil. So I'm frying the dodo now. So that will take a couple of minutes. I'll say about 5 minutes, because they're tiny ones, so they won't take long to get brown. It won't take long at all. But I have to watch them, because if you take your eyes off them for too long, it will just get burnt. And I'm now giving my jollof rice another good mix, the final mix, before switching off the fire. And then time to show you guys what the jollof rice looks like. So the dodo is ready. See, that's what I'm looking, that's the color that we're looking for, golden brown. Now I've opened my jollof rice now to give it one final mixing over, just to make sure everything is combined, all the spices combined. The jollof rice is nearly ready. Doesn't that look amazing, guys? And that's the finished meal, the jollof rice with seasoned and grilled chicken, goat meat and beef by the side, with some nice brown crunchy fried plantain or dodo. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.